Daniel was going too fast. He wasn't paying attention. He never did. The car struck her with a sickening thud. She flew forward, landing hard on the gravel, motionless. My heart dropped. Stop! She's bleeding! We need to call an ambulance. I scrambled for the door handle, but my father's hand shot out.
No. Think, Isabella. If we report this, Daniel's career is finished. We'll lose everything.
She's dying. Are you insane?
Quiet! We'll move her off the road. It'll look like she was walking drunk. No one will connect it to us.
I stared at them, horrified. Daniel sat frozen, hands trembling on the wheel. Not guilt, though. Fear. Fear for himself. Please help me. We can still save her. He shook his head.
If you care so much, you do it. But don't drag me down.
I knelt beside the woman. She was still breathing faintly, blood soaking her dress. I tried to press my scarf against her wound, whispering that help was coming. But behind me, my parents were already dragging her limp body toward the ditch.
Get back in the car, Isabella, now.
Do you want to ruin your brother? Do you want to destroy this family?
My name is Isabella, though my parents only ever called me Izzy. Not with love, but with the sort of sharpness that makes the word sound like a burden. From the day I was born, they made it clear who really mattered in the family. It wasn't me. It was Daniel, my brother, their golden child, their miracle, their pride. I was the shadow in the house, existing only to make his spotlight brighter. The first memory that sticks with me is when Daniel turned 13. I had the flu, burning fever, body aching so badly I couldn't stand. I missed his birthday celebration. I thought he would understand. Instead, he came to my room that evening with a scowl.
You ruined my party, Izzy. You always ruin things.
Before I could even protest, he dragged me to the bathroom, shoved me inside, and locked the door. I banged on it, crying, too weak to fight. Daniel, please, I'm sick. His friends laughed from the hallway. The music of his party drowned out my cries. When my parents found out what he did, I expected outrage. But instead...
Don't be dramatic, Izzy. You're overreacting. Daniel was just playing.
That's our boy, spirited. You should learn to laugh more, Izzy.
Locked in that bathroom, crying on the cold tiles, I realized something. I would never matter to them as much as he did. Years later, when Daniel turned 21, my parents decided to throw him the biggest birthday party yet. They wanted to show him off. They rented the hall, invited hundreds of guests, hired a band. But when it came to the work behind it, they turned to me.
Izzy, you'll handle the decorations, the cooking, the setup. No need to waste money on maids when you're here.
That's too much for one person, Mom. Can't we hire someone to help?
Stop being lazy. Do something useful for once in your life. Daniel deserves this.
So I worked. I carried tables, scrubbed floors, peeled mountains of vegetables, decorated every corner until my hands blistered. For 2 days straight, I ran around on no sleep. On the morning of the party, they shoved me into the kitchen, barking orders while Daniel strutted around in his tailored suit like royalty. By the time the first guests arrived, I was pale and shaking. I asked for food, but Mom brushed me off.
Later, Izzy. The guests eat first. Stop thinking of yourself.
That's when my world went black. I collapsed on the floor, unconscious, while outside they laughed and toasted Daniel. No one checked on me until hours later. Still, I clawed my way toward independence. I worked double shifts, saved every penny, and eventually bought myself a used car. My first big achievement. My parents didn't congratulate me. They didn't even smile. Instead,
sell it, Isabella. Daniel needs money for his football career, or maybe music. We'll see which takes off. Your brother has talent. You don't. It's your duty to support him.
This car is mine. I worked for it. I'm not selling it for Daniel's hobbies.
Wow, Izzy. Selfish much? Don't worry. When I'm famous, I'll buy you a bicycle.
They laughed at me, but I refused to give it up. For once, I held on to something that was mine. Then came the worst blow. I lost my job. Downsizing, they said. I came home devastated, clutching the termination letter. My parents barely looked up from their wine glasses.
Figures. You can't hold on to anything, Izzy. Not even a job.
Meanwhile, Daniel is still with us, still destined for greatness. You're a disappointment.
Daniel smirked from the couch, playing video games, not paying a cent toward rent or food. It was then I decided to start a YouTube channel. I had nothing left to lose. I poured my stories, my frustrations, my truths into the camera. At first, no one cared. But slowly, people started listening. My only real investment was a pair of smart glasses with a Google Lens feature, doubling as a hidden camera. They became my escape, my secret tool. I had no idea they would record the crime that would change everything. That summer, my parents insisted we go on a family road trip. Daniel insisted on driving, of course. I sat in the back, glasses on. Then it happened. I thought I had endured the worst of their favoritism, but then came the road trip. That's when everything changed. That's when fate, or maybe justice, handed me the weapon I didn't know I had. By then, I had started a YouTube channel. Nothing big yet. Just me talking about life, reviewing books, sometimes ranting about how unfair things felt. My one real investment was a pair of smart glasses with a hidden camera and Google Lens features. I wore them constantly, partly for fun, partly for content. I had no idea they'd end up recording my family's darkest crime. We were driving through the countryside. Daniel insisted on being behind the wheel, of course. He loved control. I sat in the back, watching the world roll by through my glasses. Then it happened. Out of nowhere, a woman stepped onto the road. Daniel was going too fast. He wasn't paying attention. He never did. The car struck her with a sickening thud. She flew forward, landing hard on the gravel, motionless. My heart dropped. Stop! She's bleeding! We need to call an ambulance. I scrambled for the door handle, but my father's hand shot out.
No. Think, Isabella. If we report this, Daniel's career is finished. We'll lose everything.
She's dying. Are you insane?
Quiet! We'll move her off the road. It'll look like she was walking drunk. No one will connect it to us.
I stared at them, horrified. Daniel sat frozen, hands trembling on the wheel. Not guilt, though. Fear. Fear for himself. Please help me. We can still save her. He shook his head.
If you care so much, you do it. But don't drag me down.
I knelt beside the woman. She was still breathing faintly, blood soaking her dress. I tried to press my scarf against her wound, whispering that help was coming. But behind me, my parents were already dragging her limp body toward the ditch.
Get back in the car, Isabella, now.
Do you want to ruin your brother? Do you want to destroy this family?
I froze, shaking, torn between rage and despair. And then I remembered. My glasses. They had seen everything. When we returned to the city, I didn't sleep. I uploaded the footage from my glasses onto a secure drive, hands trembling. The video was clear, Daniel hitting the woman, my parents covering it up, their words dripping with cruelty. I knew what I had to do. I went to the police. In court, the video was played. The jury watched Daniel hit the woman, my parents covering it up, their voices cold and calculated. The judge stared at them with disgust. The judge adjusted his glasses, staring hard at them.
This court finds your actions reprehensible. Not only did you fail to assist the victim, but you deliberately obstructed any chance of her survival. The woman died because of your choices.
I sat there, tears streaming but steady.
Miss Isabella, your courage in coming forward, even against your own family, is commendable. Without your testimony, justice would have been buried alongside that poor woman.
My mother turned in her seat, eyes blazing.
You ungrateful witch, you destroyed us. You'll regret this, Izzy. Curse you.
You're no daughter of mine. You'll rot alone. You'll pay for betraying me. I was meant to be great, and you ruined it all.
I didn't answer. Their curses only proved what I had always known. I was never their family. The judge banged the gavel.
Daniel, Margaret, and Robert, this court sentences you to prison terms fitting your crimes. May you reflect on the life you stole.
Prison stripped them of everything. And word got back to me about what life was like for them inside. Daniel, once so smug, was humiliated daily.
Hey, superstar, sing us a song. Isn't your sister more famous than you now?
They made him scrub toilets, tripped him in the cafeteria, shoved his face into his food. My father, who once puffed his chest at me, was reduced to a joke.
Look at Daddy's boy. Can't even lift a mop. What kind of man lets his kid take the fall for him?
They made him clean bathrooms while others watched and jeered. And my mother, who once called me weak, was tormented the most.
Pretty lady? Thought you were high class? Not anymore. You're just another number now.
They cut her hair short, made her scrub floors on her knees, mocked her until she cried. Their curses against me meant nothing now. They were living their punishment every day. And me? I stayed in the house alone. For the first time in my life, I had peace. No shouts, no insults, no footsteps storming toward me. Just quiet. My YouTube channel exploded after the trial. Millions wanted to hear the story. They wanted to see the girl who stood up against her own family for the truth. I told them everything. Sometimes I sit in my room, staring at the smart glasses that changed my life. The weight of what happened still lingers. The woman died, and that pain will never leave me. But I know I honored her the only way I could, by refusing to stay silent. Now I live free, while they rot in prison, mocked by strangers the way they once mocked me. And to those watching, remember, don't force your daughters to plan your son's birthday parties without food. They might just bring you down in 4K. Hit like, subscribe, and hey, don't lock your sisters in bathrooms.